Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warohmatullahi wabarokatuh. My name is Nuzul Fahmi and my ID number is 20400122035. Well, here I'm going to answer fourth question of the second assignment. So the first question is, what is language in linguistic perspective? Well, in linguistic perspective, language is a communication system that consists of symbols such as words and sounds. It's used by a group of people to interact, and there are some important aspects in this case, such as phonology, which means the sounds in language, morphology, the structure of words, syntax, how to combine words into sentences, semantic, the meaning of words, and the last one is pragmatic, they use language in social situation. So all of these show how language functions in everyday communication. Okay, the second question, what is language in psycholinguistic perspective? The first one that we should know is language plays an important role in human life, and then in psycholinguistics there are two types of knowledge, which are tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is the intuitive ability to communicate that humans have without a deep understanding of the process, while explicit knowledge is an understanding of the rules and the process of language use. So both of them are interconnected in the act of language, and psycholinguistic studies the interaction between these two in language production, comprehension, and acquisition. Okay, the next question. What is psycholinguistic perspective in terms of language production, language perception, and language acquisition? So, language production involves the production of speech or writing. It requires both tacit and explicit knowledge, but the focus here is how we transform our thoughts into clear and comprehensible language. Okay, the second one is language perception. Language perception is about how we understand and interpret language, whether it is written or spoken. This process involves listening to sounds and read the words, which is influenced by our previous knowledge and context. And then the last one is language acquisition. Language acquisition refers to how individuals, or especially children, learn to use language, and then this process can be explicit or implicit, and includes the development of language production and perception skills over time. Okay, the last question. What is the differences and sameness of the language used in detail? Okay, the similarities. Language production, language perception, and language acquisition all related to how we use language in everyday life. These three processes use the same linguistics, such as vocabulary and grammar, and moreover they also involve tacit and explicit knowledge to help us speak, understand, and learn language. And then the differences, although they are similar, each process has a different focus. First one, language production only focus on creating speech or writing, while language perception is focused to how we understand and interpret what we hear and what we read. And then the language acquisition is concerned with how we learn language, over time, whether through natural experience or formal education. Well, I think that's all for me, and I'm so sorry if there are so many mistakes in my speech. Thank you for your kind attention. Akhirul kalam, fasabrun jamil, wallahu musta'an. Summa, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.